Hello, how's it going, everybody? Let's see. We are going to continue with Final Fantasy 16 as per typical right now, because I have side quests I gotta finish off, and I'm not really happy that I have a lot of side quests to finish off, but maybe it'll make me feel something. Who knows? Let's see how this goes today, because I still have to finish off the 2 hunts. Hopefully more hunts unlock. Hopefully there's some fun content within the side quest that we can actually do. Yeah. Let's go. Oh. Oh, it's by all, huh? Okay. Alright. First of all, let's just go get those hunts done real quick. If I remember correctly. Titan's Wake. Alright. Let's go kill, I think. Was it the spear here? No, it was the alien looking ass freaking creature that's over here in Titan's Wake. Get the hell out of the way, Helldivers. Your game was good, but friends don't play with me. Helguru. Battle Wyvern Kangaroo. Was it over here? Yeah, it was. Okay. Dun 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 dun. Thanatos.
Remember your friends, Ultima. If it's me you want, I'm right here.
One and two. On touch again.
Too slow. Let's try.
Ooh, ATRs. And oh my god, OTGs. We got them all, boys. countered me. Don, press again, level boy. Bitch. GG. Alright, that hunt's done. If I remember correctly, this one is over here in the croc. Alright, this should be quick.
Faster!
I'm gonna kill you, Sphere, because you're in my way until I defeat you. I don't know what to say.
Bet you're all ready.
Let's go tackle the sphere. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 ba bum bum.
Only one thing for it.
Wow, that was fast.
Sweet dreams.
Okay, 2 done. The boar or Northreach first?
There's something about it. I feel like it's...
You still have a quest? Oh, wow. Nazir, a curse breaker, okay. Otto, you don't have a quest?
If you've got something to ask, ask. No. Is that right? Might be time to take a step back. But if it weren't for Sid... Off you go then.
Wait a second. Really? Vivian doesn't have a quest? That's so interesting. Maybe a quest unlocks for her a little bit later, but I feel like these are the last few quests of the day. Or of the game, I should say. Kind of curious if I can make what's it called? The ultimate weapon in this game now.
Will it be?
I'm missing one dark steel. Huh.
Anything else?
First the skies, then the crystal.
Of course. Alright, Byron. What you got for me? Three's Company.
Clive, my boy! Rutherford informs me that we owe you our thanks. Hadn't intended for you to get involved, but such are the times we live in, huh?
I would have done the same for anyone else.
Hell yeah.
You're far too modest, Clive. You'd make a terrible nobleman. But tell me, is the realm truly in as dire a state as Rutherford suggests?
Yeah.
From what little I saw, you were right to be worried.
I suppose I should
Always
have
right to be
expected the
worried.
worst. But I was rather hoping the great and good of the realm might have things a little more under control. Alas, it seems that firm leadership is in short supply these days, and without it, the people are bound to lose their way. We must move quickly.
But where do we start?
True, the challenges that face us are many, but in my estimation, there are two key areas to be addressed before any other. The realm's armies and her larders. As you've seen firsthand, it's every man and woman for themselves out there.
Of course.
Certain cities have banded together to try and maintain some semblance of order, yes, but such cases are few and far between. And yet, the only remedy for the chaos that faces us is unity. A unity that transcends even
Unity
the
engine.
borders laid down by our ancestors. In short, if Storm does not stand together, she will
From
fall
X-Men.
apart.
But how would one even begin to unite the realm?
The armies, my boy. As I told you already, we begin by restoring order among the ranks of those sworn to maintain it. Sadly, I doubt I could convince even the lowliest gaggle of privates to dig a latrine together. But I do know someone the High
Diggle from
Commanders
Era.
have been known to listen to on occasion. Field Marshal Eugen Havel.
I thought he was retired.
Havel.
He was.
From
until
Dark
an
Souls?
Akashic army tore through Randalar and killed most of the rank and file. There is no man alive more capable. Literally. And as luck would have it, I've already spoken with him on the matter.
Of course you have.
And he's agreed to help. On one condition. That he first speaks with you personally.
Of course, because I'm a
Havel
main
always
character.
been a man of frustratingly rigid principle, and he has certain qualms about clasping arms with, well,
An outlaw.
with an outlaw.
Yeah, say it out
I
loud.
extolled your many
Be proud of
virtues
it,
as best
Byron.
I could, of course, but the old goat was adamant that he be allowed to appraise you in person. You don't mind, do you, my boy?
He's going to...
Of course not. As long as chaos reigns, we will never
I
build a
can't
better
think of
world.
words.
I'll do whatever it takes. And if the field marshal wishes to speak with me in person, then so be it.
He's gonna size you
the
up, see
spirit.
the amount you're
I'll leave
worth.
for Randalar at once. Would you send a Stolas?
Of course. Rutherford is already in the Dalmekian capital. I'll have him tell Havel to expect you forthwith.
Excellent.
Thank you, Uncle.
No.
Thank you, Clive. Thank you, Byron. You're a good man. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. I'll save. Wait, you got Torgal with you. Why do you have Torgal with you? I'll save you for last, Joshua. The last two quests I'll do is Joshua and Jill's. Actually, to be honest and fair... I'll pick up quests on my way as well. What you got for me, merchant?
Well met. A fine choice.
Take your
You've a
finest music, too.
discerning eye. May
Yeah, you got
Gilbert
shit.
smile upon you.
Do you see that too?
There's two side quests around here.
What is it? Oh, please. Just make it stop. I'm scared.
Yes, be terrified. You are not All Might. Hello, Ambrosia. You appear from the shadows out of nowhere.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Oh, sorry, Ambrosia. I always mispronounce it, funny enough. Oh. Don't, Torgal, attack. I do kind of wish there was a system in place where it's like they will not like try to attack you,
That can't be Rutherford, can it?
you know, if you're over leveled, because God knows I am.
Turncoats and cowards, the lot of you! If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you shall have!
Allow me.
I don't need your...
Please, Field Marshal, oblige him.
This won't take long.
You're right. It won't. Men, finish him.
Full screen wipe activate. Tetsuken is too strong. I mean, I'll take it. Allows me not to deal with these battles longer than needed. Because these battles are hella boring. They make you do them over and over and over, and they get less interesting with time. Sorry, they had to be interesting to be less interesting to begin with.
Are either of you injured?
No, my lord. You arrived just as our escort turned on us.
Fucking traitors. I'd heard reports of soldiers in the outlying regions abandoning the oaths they swore. But I hadn't thought the corruption had reached so close to the heart of the Republic. It's a fucking disgrace. Your interfering old bastard of an uncle tried to warn me.
Yeah, they are a disgrace.
My lord Marquis. Or is Sid the Outlaw more to your liking?
Call me what you want. It doesn't change who I am, or the urgency of the message I bring. My uncle has a plan to right the realm, and he needs your help to see it through.
Before I agree to anything, I'd have you answer one question. What do you stand to gain from all this?
I won't deny that I might benefit from further chaos. But I seek a new beginning for all of us. And while the choices I've made may not always have been the right ones, I know I made them for the right reasons. For so long, so many of us have been told how we could live, how we could die, when it should have been our decision all along. Now we have a chance to put things right. But in order to take it, we must stand together. Even if it be beside those with whom we don't see eye to eye.
Certainly not the words I expected from an outlaw. But perhaps your uncle was right. You are no ordinary outlaw.
I am Sid!
I'll never hear the end of this. All right. I'll start by ordering my most trusted guard to bring the Dalmekian fringes under control. Next, I'll make contact with my counterparts in the Imperial Army and see if I can't convince them to try and restore order in their own territory.
Thank you, Field Marshal.
But they are not the only ones we will need to convince.
What do you mean?
I don't doubt that I can bully some sense into a few generals. But those they answer to require a different kind of persuasion. And when it comes to honeyed words, well...
God, there's a
we will
quest
need an
within a
envoy.
quest.
One who can court even the most stubborn of statesmen. You, perhaps.
I'm flattered. But I'm no diplomat either. And I have other problems to attend to. What we need is a skilled arbitrator. And I may know just the person.
Is that so? And would he happen to be an outlaw too?
Of a different kind, perhaps.
Well, beggars can't be choosers.
No, you
I
can't.
suppose we'll all have to find a little of the outlaw in ourselves if we're to make it through this. Very well. Send your man to me right away.
I shall.
My Lord Marquis. Your Lord Uncle bade me escort the Field Marshal to his manor in Port Isolde.
And I will see that my associate joins you there.
Very good, my lord.
An envoy. I'm not sure I'm the man to talk anyone round. I can barely convince my brother to take his medicine. No. This is a job for someone with experience.
Huh. Who's he gonna get?
Someone like Quentin.
Oh, hell yeah. The Lost Wing it is. Bum, 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 bum. Hello.
Ready, go? Yeah!
Back to the stables, girl.
Ah.
Quentin, I have a proposal for you.
Do you now? Something tells me you'll be asking more of me than a cask of Gotand gold. Go on then. Propose. You'd have me convince the chiefs and chamberlains of the realm that they should simply swallow their pride and do the one thing that has proved impossible for thousands of years. Was there anything else? Perhaps I can fetch you a meat pie as well.
I know it's a lot to ask, but I can think of none better suited to the role.
And you'd have me give up what little I have left to do it. I told you, Clive. The people of Lostwing are my family, and I cannot abandon them. You'll have to find someone else.
I'm sorry to hear that.
So am I.
And why might that be?
What he's asking. How's it any different to what you've done so far? They want you to speak for those who can't speak for themselves. That's what you do best. If it's the vineyard you're worried about, we'll see that the grapes are picked and the tons filled. You know we will.
It's not that.
Then what is it? You said yourself we're family. Don't you trust us?
You know that's not what I'm...
Then what are you saying? That only we are worth saving? Why turn your back on everyone else? You convinced us we could build new lives for ourselves, and if you can do that, who's to say you couldn't convince the entire realm?
A stirring argument. I fear that any rejoinder I make might fall somewhat flat by comparison.
So you'll join us?
Where do you need me?
Field Marshal Havel will want to speak with you in person. He's currently in Port Isolde. I can arrange for a party of Cursebreakers to accompany you there.
That would be very much appreciated. I hear the roads are far from safe these days.
Hopefully not for long. My uncle will want to know that his plan is taking shape.
Okay. Go back. Go talk to Byron. You are.
Uncle, I bring good news. The Field Marshal has agreed to your plan.
Ha! Of course he has. I didn't doubt you for a moment, dear boy.
Rutherford is accompanying him back to your manor in Port Isolde as we speak. They will await your return there. As will one other.
One other? Who, exactly?
Lord Havel was concerned that even if he could get the realm's armies to agree to an accord, he might not be as successful in convincing those with political power. He asked if I might have a solution. And I suggested a certain Imperial Lord Magistrate turned Liberator.
Liberator.
One of your co-conspirators?
Master Quentin would probably call me one of his. But yes.
Another outlaw, then. Just the thing we need to put these rotten politicos in their places. Good thinking, Clive.
I'm glad you approve.
The more the merrier, eh?
Uncle, assuming Havel and Quentin can solve our problem with the armies, you still haven't mentioned how we might manage the grain shortages.
Oh, don't you worry, my boy. The 7 high houses will be seeing to that. They have all agreed to make the most generous of donations. Oh, of course, it did take a little persuasion, but luckily I had some unexpected help.
From who?
Why, you, my boy. Rumor has it that you rescued the Lady Ariane's head steward Rockford from a horde of bloodthirsty bandits.
It was more of a handful.
Well, the old battle axe was so pleased. She had a shipload of talents delivered to my private docks by the next new moon. And when the other houses saw the parsimonious old crone's purse strings finally loosen, they as good as tripped over themselves in the rush to follow suit.
I'm happy to hear it.
Now, I must be getting back to the manor. Join us there at your earliest convenience, would you?
No,
Of course, Uncle.
not at all. Can't be bothered.
And how, pray tell, will we get that grain to the capital if the roads are still overrun with Akashic?
You'll find another bloody road. I only have so many men, and I'm not about to send them headlong into an ether flood. That is, unless you'd have them turn as well.
Well, I'd certainly eat less.
Says the man with a belly bigger than a band of curls. My soldiers actually need their rations. Without any food to keep them going, they'll be dead even before you've sent them on your fool's errand.
If I may, gentlemen,
No, you may
perhaps I
not.
might suggest an alternative approach. Though supply routes are indeed disrupted, there is no shortage of ships. Indeed, they bob away in every bay from here to Randalar, awaiting a safe haven. Allow them to make port and fill their bellies full of grain. And once those who crowd the cities are fed, ferry the displaced back to the countryside to work the fallow fields. But I'm sure that you wish to continue your discussion. Forgive the interruption. Two such firm friends as yourselves need no help from the likes of me. Rutherford spoke fondly of the great bond between you.
Us? Friends?
I can't stand the man.
Clive, I'm beginning to question the quality of the company you keep.
And what kind of company were you expecting him to keep? The man's a criminal.
True.
Criminal? How dare you? You are not fit to breathe the same air as this fine, upstanding young gentleman.
Upstanding? He calls himself Sid the Bloody Outlaw.
Once more onto the breach.
Shall we begin again? What we seek here is not to create a new nation, nor to claim the thrones of those that already exist. We wish simply to bring stability to the realm that mankind might weather the current storm. And to do that, we must convince those in power, the generals, the statesmen, the nobles, that our cause is just. There will be disagreements, yes, and I imagine some resistance, much resistance. But we cannot let that deter us. If we show them the path, show them that we walk it ourselves, then I am confident they will follow. The fate of the world lies in my nephew's hands, but the well-being of her people lies in ours. And we must not squander the chance that Clive has given us.
Uncle Byron,
Now, with that settled, let's move on to the signing of the Accord. For what great moment in history hasn't been accompanied by a little ceremony? Citizens of Valisthea, I present to you the Triunity. Rutherford, Mike Will. Well, my boy, the stage is set.
that it is.
This is the role you were born for. Now I ask only that you trust in the talents of your supporting cast. We shall play our parts to the best of our abilities, that you might have the opportunity to shine. The realm needs its Sir Crandall. And there is no better Crandall than you, Clive. I want you to keep this signed accord as proof of our faith in you.
I will. Thank you, Uncle.
Cute. Heaven's Cloud. I really wish I could make use out of the accessories a lot more, but it's like, I know I could. Okay, that's Byron done. Oh, we got a mid-side quest? That one's gonna get saved for a little bit later, too.
There's something about it.
Sid, do you have a moment?
By all means.
It's my old master. Seems there's no escaping her. She found some way to send me a letter. And something else. Records from a Waluda prison. Seems they were keeping a lot of bearers there.
How did she come by such a thing?
Finding bearers always was her strong point. And it seems the cells of Balmung Dark are full of them. Foreign captives, the masterless. Bearers no one would miss. And even better for her, bearers with no one to look after them. When ether started lapping at the walls, the jailers fled.
Leaving the bearers to be liberated by whoever happened to come along next.
Sid, I'd like to believe that I've earned your trust by now. And while I'm well aware that you've forbidden Cursebreakers from traveling to Waloed, I can't let those bearers die in their cells. I'd rather risk shipwreck on the Shadow Coast than leave them to starve.
Understandable. Then we go together.
We'll be needing the Enterprise if we're going to navigate the Narrow.
Does that mean...
I'm making an exception, but we travel together. And we stay no longer than we have to. Ash is an inhospitable place at the best of times. We save as many as we can, and we leave.
Thank you, Sid. There was a name in the prison register. A name from my past. Chadwick. Another of my former master's protégés. A gifted soldier, and the closest thing I had to family. The thought of him held captive in that place.
He must be very important to you.
He was. Is.
Then we find him.
The entrance to the prison lies in the shadow of Ravenwit Walls, just beyond the portcullis. We should head there as quickly as we can. I only pray there are still bearers alive to save.
As do I, Doris.
As do I. Alright. Time to go to Waloed.
Let's go.
Oh,
Fly,
cool.
Ambrosia.
It's over here.
Doris is waiting for me near Balmung Dark. The longer she's out in the open, the more likely she is to be found by a Kashyyyk. I need to hurry.
Pound or turn?
All right. Back to the stables, girl.
Okay, let's see how long this one is, and are we gonna have a fun
None
kind of
behind the
battle here?
gates. No, it's a different story inside, though. The corridors are crawling with a Kashyyyk. Most likely guards left behind when the wardens ran. If Chadwick was being held here, I worry that he may already be.
Don't give up hope just yet, but let's move quickly. Let me check the ground floor. The ether's thickest there.
Then I'll search the upper level. Good luck, Sid. Stay safe.
Thank you. I'll stay safer than you, don't worry.
Just how bad are the floods inside the walls? Bad enough to turn a bearer? I hope not. We're risking a lot just being here. Better keep my eyes open for signs of life.
Mm-hmm. Balmung Dark, writ of designation. The Kingdom of Waloed hereby designates this facility a prison for the detainment bearers, both foreign and domestic. The purpose of this facility is to re-entrain Kuzabis for deployment in the field. The aforementioned purpose is a matter of strictest secrecy, and any mention thereof is to be punishable by death. Captive beasts have been provided solely for the pursuit of the aforementioned purpose. Express permission is required for use of any bearers in any other capacity.
So this place was no ordinary prison. And I doubt they'll have taken the creature with them when they fled.
Memorandum on Kuzabee's feeding. Recent supply shortages left us with insufficient resources to feed the Kuza entrusted to our care. Fortunately, the creature was observed to kill and consume the bearers assigned to fight beside it in a mock battle conducted as part of its training. The beast was further observed to enter a state of visible contentment upon feeding in this way, suggesting that live bearers may even be preferred source of sustenance. While this behavior is unexpected, it is not unwelcome. Bears no longer of use for training purposes can now be repurposed as required. Yeesh.
They were feeding bearers to it. This is even worse than I'd feared.
That's a no-no. All right. Yep. Okay.
Locked up tight.
Locked up tight. Let's see. Hopefully, it should be just this session and the next session until we beat the game. We probably could have beat the game this session, but I still do want to do the side quest as of current. Oh no!
Farewell.
Oh. Did not mean to do that.
No sign of any bearers yet. I hope you have better luck downstairs.
Oh. Ah. Ooh. Ramu. Yes, Torgal. You are a killer. Are you fight real final boss yet? No, not yet, noob. You know, like last night seemed like the segment where it was gonna be the final boss, right? Essentially this game has like 6 to 7 more hours left because of the side quest content and then the main content. Because I expect that final area to be long, dude. Also, hi, noob. I'm also like I saw Amir streaming what was it? Symphony of the Night, and I'm like, I still have to play that. I've never actually played like any 2D Castlevanias for real. Why can't I go? One day though. Uno dia. Oh. Recommendation concerning Kuza Beast deployment. The Kuza has long been recognized as an especially aggressive species. This being the case, it was hoped that successful deployment on the battlefield might be a means of inflicting heavy casualties on the enemy. In exercises conducted thus far, however, the beast has proven incapable of distinguishing between allied and enemy combatants. As such, deployment alongside regular troops is not recommended. It is proposed instead that bearer captives be employed in order to draw enemy focus, and the beast then driven into the fray in order to achieve maximum benefit with minimal loss of Waluder lives.
Minimal loss of Waluder lives. And what happens when they run out of bearers?
They don't give
Even
a shit,
the Imperials
Clive.
take better care of their branded
Yes.
than
Yeah, but they don't give a shit.
that. Nothing but a caching down here. Hopefully things are looking better upstairs. I should go and see how Doris is getting on.
Alright.
No luck downstairs. But I did find out that this place was more than just a prison. Something far more sinister was happening here.
Yeah, it
I
was.
know. I've been reading some of these documents and it can't be true, can it?
Yes, it can.
Bearers die every day in service of their masters, but this is so much worse. Pitting bearers against a wild beast armed with nothing but their wits? And all in order to bring about more death. And not just those who could fight, but the elderly, children even. And those who wouldn't or couldn't were disposed of. Whatever that means.
I'm afraid it means they were fed to the monstrosity they kept here.
Then we're too late. And I was a fool to bring you here.
No, you
Don't say
weren't.
that. Did you find anything else?
A key. But it doesn't fit any of the locks on this floor.
Perhaps it will fit one of the doors downstairs. There's a corridor I haven't searched yet. Finish up here, then come and find me when you're ready.
All right. I'll be there in a moment.
Oh my god.
Let's see what we can find down here.
Open! Alright. Before we go in there, I kind of want to look around here just a little bit more. Even though my expectations should always be low inside of here. Wait.
Survivor. And she sounds close.
Oh. Four sharp fangs. Ba, ba, da, ba. Ba, ba, ba. Ba, da, ba, da. Ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, ba, da.
Who are you?
There's no need to be afraid. Are you alone? Are there any other survivors?
Some of the guards. They're still here. But something's wrong with them. Everyone else was eaten by the monster.
Of course there were.
Thank the Founder.
It was worth our coming.
Yes, it was.
But I'd rather we didn't linger. Are you ready?
Ready when you are. You poor thing. He must have been terrified.
Did Chadwick send you?
What?
Did Chadwick send
He
you?
fought the monster. Distracted it so I could run away. He must have sent you. He promised to free the others too.
Yes, of course he
Where
did.
is he? He opened your cell, didn't he? He wouldn't be here otherwise.
Chadwick.
Was that?
Monster's back! Chadwick, help!
We have to get out of here.
Doris, keep the girl safe.
The monster's back.
You
Hell
put that
yeah.
bear-eating bastard in the ground.
Not his fault. He got raised like that.
We have to run.
It's out there waiting for me.
Oh,
I can't let it live.
ooh, that's a behemoth
None of it's got
looking
a taste for bears.
motherfucker. I'm excited. No wonder why no one could kill that shit. Oh, it looks so cool, dude. Dude. This better be a good as hell fight. I have expectations right now. Oh, it's only an A rank. Expectations dropped. Still looks cool though. Oh, I am 6 levels higher.
I can't let that happen.
Ow. Yeah, it is Behemoth.
Well done, Tom.
gonna pull your head down and beat your ass hard. Behemoth Shackle? Ooh. Okay.
Finally.
Sid, are you hurt?
I'm fine. I think.
No.
What is it?
A diary. I gave it to Chadwick before we went our separate ways. He was here. Do you think that creature?
I'm sure he fought bravely to the last. The girl is safe thanks to him.
Chadwick. You fool.
Come on. We have to get her back to the hideaway. We don't want his sacrifice to have been in vain.
No. Of course not. I'll see that she's looked after from now on. It's the least I can do.
From what I hear, you've barely left the girl's side in days. I hope she's recovering from her ordeal.
She is. Slowly but surely. She's far tougher than she looks. I thank the flames we found her. If we hadn't...
I know. But we did. I'm sorry we weren't able to save Chadwick.
There's no need to apologize. Without your help, I would never have found out what happened to him. How he fought to the bitter end to save her. To save Haida Marie. That's the man I remember. The man I thought of as a brother.
I wish I could have met him. I'd like to hear more about your past. If you don't mind, that is.
Of course. You already met my former master. She trained Chadwick and I to do two things: kill and obey. We were supposed to be sold to the highest bidder when the time came. But no bid was ever high enough to convince her to part with us. For years, we were her daggers in the shadows. But we could never quite shake our doubts about the things she made us do. And then, one day, we just couldn't do them anymore. So we escaped. But staying together was out of the question. They would have found us too easily. After so many years of training, the pull to serve was always strong. It scared me to think he might have taken another master, become a dagger in someone else's hand.
But even in captivity, the battles he fought were his own. And he died not as someone's tool, but as a hero.
Haida Marie is proof of that. Bearers can cast off their shackles. And the Cursebreakers will show them how. I'll fight until my dying breath to see it done. For Chadwick, and for all of us.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be counting on you.
Near. All right, Doris's quest is done. The kids, yeah, I'm assuming mid down here, right? No, mid doesn't have a quest. So sad.
You're not leaving already, are you?
Make a name for yourself.
You better bloody had to and all. Be seeing you, Clive.
Damn it. Wish she had a quest to do. Gonna make you see your father.
What do you think happened to Miss Mid?
Sid, you have to help us.
With what? You didn't take apart another of Mid's contraptions, did you?
No.
Yeah, we did.
Well, yes, but that's not what we want to talk to you about.
It's Miss Mididol. She's been acting strange. Very strange. She's barely ever around.
When she is, she acts like we aren't even there. Her head's in a crowd.
In the clouds.
That's what I said. In the clouds.
In the crowd.
Well, she does have a lot on her mind. When did you last see her?
Not long ago.
I literally just saw her.
Right after she got back from saving you from Stoneir.
Then it's probably just about the Enterprise. It did take quite a battering on the way there and back.
You didn't break it, did you, Sid?
Yeah, we
You
did.
really should be more careful around Miss Mididol's inventions. Don't listen to her. Even if you did break the Enterprise, you could put it back together, couldn't you?
But who's gonna put Miss Mididol back together? She seems really sad.
Why don't I go and see if I can cheer her up?
You do that? For us? She's in her dungeon.
Don't scare him. It's not a real dungeon.
Thanks for the warning.
Aiming high. I guess mid does have a quest. It just gets started by the kids.
Has Mididol mentioned a new project yet?
Mid, if you have a...
That's it! I knew it! The answer was right here under my arse all along! If this doesn't steer to the skies, nothing will.
To the skies? You aren't trying to give the Enterprise wings, are you?
Oh, hell yeah, she is.
What else would I be doing?
The children seem to think you're avoiding them.
Hell yeah, she
Worried
is.
about you. Is this really so important that you need to shut yourself away from everyone?
The Enterprise is already the fastest ship in the realm, and that's with the sea beneath her. But what if she weren't bound to the waves? What if she weren't bound to anything at all? It's not fair. The gods get the skies all to themselves, so I'm gonna do something about it. The Fallen had their chance, but they relied too much on magic. And see where that got them? But not me. I've discovered how to do it without. Well, almost. First, I need to make a prototype.
And is that a one-woman job?
Are you volunteering? I'll have you know the Enterprise is my baby. But if her godfather's offering to lend a hand, I'd be happy to take it. First, I'll
Clive
need
is
oil,
a freaking
and not just some old
godfather.
drippings from Miss Molly's spits in the tub and crown. Refined stuff, like they make in Ordil. Then I'll need some bone, or shell. Light, strong, preferably no longer attached to the beast it belongs to.
If it's beast bones you're after, I'm sure the Cursebreakers will know where you might find some.
No, they'll know where you might find some. You're the one who offered to help, remember?
I should speak with one of the Cursebreakers before I set off for Old Hill. See if I can't find this bone while I'm there as well.
All right, Sid. Come to buy us around, have you?
Ronan.
Only if you earn it.
From the famous MMO
durable bone
Grand
for our next
Chase.
project. You've encountered your share of beasts on your travels across the realm. Any ideas?
Most bones are the same. Whack 'em hard enough and they'll break. If it's durability you're looking for, shell will serve you better. You know what an adamantus is?
I do. And I know to give them a wide berth. Will any old adamantus do?
Well, with shells, the older the harder. There's a rumor of an ancient adamantus down in Carava, near Idza. Or what's left of the village anyway. But don't expect to make quick work of the bastard. There's a reason it's lived as long as it has.
I'll keep that in mind. Thank you.
Obtain oil from Aldo. Defeat a desert tour in Carava. Good. I guess I'll do it just one at a time. Alrighty. Carava. Where am I going? Yeah. Such a heavy side quest, dude. Well, this is like the last amount of side quests I'll ever have to really do in this game if I get them all done in like today. Because I only got like 3% of the game left to actually play, like, for story.
Here we are again. Carava. If you were a tortoise, Torgal, where would you hide?
In your shell, maybe.
It looks like we found him.
And bam. Sunsets again. Uh-oh.
Nice try.
Slice. Slice, 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 slice.
If Mid needs another, she can come and get it herself.
From Aldil. Okay. Alright, Aldil. Oh, it's right here. Aldil box. I gotta get 2 things of oil. One. I have to fight goblins.
After what happened here, it's a miracle there was any left at all.
Oh, there's the other one. Oh, wait. I was wrong. I'm a dummy. Where the hell is it? Sorry, give me a moment. Okay. I don't know where the other oil drum is. I am getting out of range too. Wonder if it could actually be more in the village than I think. There we go.
I better get these materials to Mid so she can finish her prototype.
Alright, let's go see Mid.
There's something about it.
Wait. What? Ooh. S rank? Hopefully? Level 60 monster, please, God. The Masterless Marauder. The Waluder army captured such beasts and tried to train them to serve, but this particular specimen's training has long since ceased. Whether its captors turned Akashic with the rest of their comrades or were eaten by their pet when it broke free from its bonds, we shall never know. All we do know is that there's none left alive who knows the words to put an end to its rampage. Only a show of force will suffice. Okay. Is that equivalent to basically the dragon? Atlas. Atlas was a cool fight. I liked Atlas a lot. $60 and $20,000. 55 and 20,000.
How may I help you today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? You earned this.
Genji gloves. There's only one more left. Huh.
All done?
Alright, man, time to go see you real quick.
Mid, tell me this is all you need.
Aw, you make it sound like I asked you to save the world or something.
Tell me this is all you need.
It's most of what I need. After you left, I went over the figures again, and I realised I'd forgotten a 1 and a 0.
And
a cogwheel. Just a tiny one. Though, that's the problem. Gears that small are a bastard to make, and I may have lost the one Blackthorn spent a fortnight toiling over.
Wait. The children. When they took apart your scales, there was a tiny brass gear. Now that I think about it, they didn't use it when we put the scales back together.
The young'uns? But why would the... You know what? I don't want to know. I'll keep working on the model. You go and find that cog.
it all comes around full circle.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project?
Sid! Is Mid still hiding from us?
She wasn't hiding. She's fine. She's just busy working on her next project.
A new invention? What is it? What is it? Is it an airship? I bet it's an airship!
You're actually right.
Do you think she'll let us help?
That just so happens to be why I'm here. She needs something special, something only you three can provide. A brass gear. A tiny one. One that might fit on, say, a set of scales.
Oh, the one you forgot! We remember.
We saved it, just in case. It's in the bag of bits.
Since your lesson, we've been disassembling, then reassembling everything we can find. All the pieces that are left over, we keep under our beds, just in case.
That's good to know.
Look!
And worrisome.
I found it! Is that all? Just the gear? We have more parts if Mid needs them.
That's all for now. But I'll let Mid know about your hoard. Just in case.
Thanks, Sid.
Oh.
Well, did they have it?
Yeah, they did.
They did. And they kept it somewhere nice and safe. Will it work?
Will it work? He's perfect! You're a genius, Clive.
What exactly are you going to use it for?
Only the most important job of all. The wings aren't going to move on their own. But with the right cog in the right place... well, you just wait and see. That should do it.
Oh, they actually went to a full cutscene for this.
Here goes nothing. Titan's tits.
It wasn't supposed to fly, was it?
Of course it was supposed to fly. Wouldn't be much of an airship if it didn't. Honestly, these bloody engines are driving me mad. I was so sure this would be the day she soared. The Mithril engine was made to make dreams come true. But maybe this is one dream the world's better off without. Show folk how to take flying. It won't be long till they're raining death down on each other. People will lose their homes. Children, their mums and their dads. Like I lost mine.
I'm sorry.
So am I, Clive. So am I. Sorry that I have to choose. Do I follow my head, or do I follow my heart?
Good question. The first time I stood on the deck of your ship, felt the wind in my hair. It was like I was flying. But imagine how it would feel to actually do it.
My dad always said there were two ways of living life. Chasing a dream or shuffling to your grave. And he were right. Right about a lot of things. Not that I like to admit it. People need dreams to chase. Especially in a world like this. Right. When this is over, I'm gonna take all my Mithril engines to Zemeckis and sling them over the edge. I won't have my dream end up turning into someone else's nightmare.
But all that hard work...
All that hard work will not be used for war, Jamie. But it ain't like it'll be gone. Tell me, Clive, have you ever been on a treasure hunt?
Not since Joshua and I were boys. Why do you ask?
Because I'm gonna bury the engine schematics and leave behind a little riddle telling people where to find them. A really hard one, so that only the most dedicated dreamers will ever be able to work it out. Ooh, I can picture it now. Some daft general squinting at the words with a gormless expression on his mug. Like that one, yeah.
Right.
Oh, we're gonna get the airship.
If I'm putting this engine at the end of a treasure hunt, I'll still need to make it a treasure worth hunting for. Won't be much of a prize if it couldn't even make a toy boat fly after all. My dad always said, dream big. But it ain't the size of a dream that's important, is it, Clive? Only that it's a good one. And I reckon I've got a fair few good uns left in me.
I'm sure you do.
Model airship.
What shall I do with your model? You spent a lot of time on it. We both did.
What, that old thing? Not healthy to cling to your failures, Clive. They'll weigh you down, you know.
Sound advice.
Still, I suppose my prototypes will probably be worth a fair bit when I'm as famous as Bart's the Builder. Seeing as you're always strapped for coin, suppose I can give it to you. Just make sure you get a good price when you do come to part with it.
I'd say that was up to you as much as me.
Has Midadol mentioned a new project yet? Back for another part? We've got screws and bolts and nails and knobbles and noodles and, back for another part? We've got screws and bolts and nails and...
These kids. Arturius the Bold, Gossip Brazen, Ameth the Brave. Who trained in cunning by the fabled architect Midadolphus, and armed with the arcane knowledge imparted upon them by their benevolent headmistress, Charlagan? The Seven Stars embarked on an epic journey from their homes hidden deep within the towering Sepulchres, the drowned Lichyard to vanquish, that had once again taken root in the land, just as a great outlaw Sidwin had done before them.
Knobbles and noodles and...
Oh, I gotta go upstairs.
Miss Shirley says your book's made quite an...
Oh, Shirley is the frickin' teacher. That's right.
I will not let them be forgotten.
Herman.
Sid, may I have a moment?
Of course.
It is an honor to finally speak with you. My name is Herman. I've been with the Cursebreakers for some time now, and I wish to be deployed to Ash. Any assignment will do.
No. The lands across the Narrow are too dangerous. I will not send good men and women to risk their lives needlessly. Why would you want to go back?
I need to retrieve something. Something important. I was raised in an orphanage. The Badbach Conservatory. Or rather, I was held captive there. It was not a place of nurture. It existed solely to turn bearer children into mindless weapons. We were tortured until we feared no pain. Tormented until our hearts turned to stone, and few ever survived long enough to become tools of the last king.
I can't imagine.
I lost so many. I can't even remember all their names, but they must be remembered. They cannot fade away, faceless and forgotten. The Institute was run with military precision. Every child measured, every name recorded, every death logged with meticulous care. Sid, allow me to travel to Ash and recover the registry so that my brothers and sisters might live on.
You were a good friend, Herman. But the fact remains that Ash is simply too dangerous.
Sid, please. Even should it cost me my life.
Too dangerous for you, Herman. But not for me. I'll go to Badbach and find the registry.
You will?
I won't let you risk your life.
I don't know how to thank you.
You can start by telling me where I'll find this orphanage.
Vida Grace. Hidden in a forest, overlooking the plains.
All right. I'll see what I can find there.
May the mothers guide you.
So we are gonna be going to Vitigraze. I'm gonna get a quick snack. Oh, over here. Oh, the village I was at earlier. Like, in the last stream. Damn trees.
That'll do, girl. This must be the orphanage. Hopefully the registry is still here.
Bad Bach Conservatory writ of incorporation of King. Any succumbing to the crystals first or otherwise perishing.
Disposed of.
Today's exercises will consist of 20 sandbags for such duration as instructor shall dictate. Burn intensity to be gradually increased. 1 to 3 hellhounds.
Conditioning. This is nothing short of torture. Herman wasn't exaggerating. It's a wonder he survived this place. I need to find that registry.
I have recently learned that my own daughter was among the children turned to stone by the brutal training I subjected them to. I had not so much as thought of her since handing her over to the authorities as a babe, but inquiries with the military confirmed it. It was her. I had been torturing my own flesh and blood. And now I see her everywhere. Today, one of the children smiled at me in the hope of receiving a few scraps from my table. It was her smile. The smile she inherited from her mother, the mother I killed for giving birth to a bear. Their ghosts have all come back to haunt me. My daughters, my wife's, all of them, all of those children. So many have died at my... I can bear the guilt no longer, and so I have decided tomorrow I too must die. It shall be the last order I give those poor wretches. The last torment I subject them to. I will command them to tear me limb from limb and enter my cursed corpse beneath the white tree whose crooked hands reach to the sky in supplication. And beside me, my shame, my curse, the record of all their names, all of those I have wronged. Holy shit, dude.
This reads like a suicide note. Did the director go through with his plan? There's only one way to find out. tree. This must be the place.
Cutscene?
Could he really be buried here? There's something hidden among the roots. Let's see. This must be the registry.
Registry of bear losses. Hans, 10-year-old. Alfred, 9-year-old. Franz, 12. Helena, 10. Emancipation, succumb to conditioning. Oh, Christ. Plan for attempted flight. Wow. Oh my God. Succumb to conditioning. Reinhardt, Marta, Lothar, so on and so forth. Okay. Wait, and this was all in a row.
So many names. This place was a slaughterhouse. But where is the architect of all this misery? It was only a matter of time, I suppose. This place is cursed. Nice try. It's over. It's over. I'm done here. Let's get the registry back to Herman.
And Herman went through all of that, dude. Holy. Yeah. Oh wait, no, wrong dude.
I was wondering if you could help me.
It depends what with.
A bearer, but recently freed from his bonds, is keen to join the Curse Breakers. As you know, the work we do is not easy, which is why we test every volunteer's suitability. I was hoping you could oversee this one's evaluation.
I don't mind, but why this one?
Because he wants to be a scout. Our ranks are filled with men and women capable of breaking chains and putting slavers to the sword. But scouting, we're few with the nose for that, which is why we still rely so heavily on Gav. And since he accompanies you on so many of your missions, I thought you might be better placed to recognize the traits in him that we should look for in those who'd fill his boots.
Sounds reasonable.
So you're happy to oversee the boys' test, then?
One can never have too many scouts.
Truer words, Sid. I'll let the initiate know that you'll be attending his trial, and that he is to proceed directly to Northreach in readiness.
No time like the present, eh?
No time like the present. I'll await you there.
Will do. Okay. I accepted that quest.
Northreach. I don't suppose they could have chosen somewhere closer.
I hear that you traveled to Ash, Sid.
Yes.
Did you by any chance recover the names of my fallen friends?
I did. Yes.
If I may? The bearer registry. The director was a brutal man. He got no worse than he deserved.
The registry was all I found beneath the tree. There was no sign of a body. Or any record of what happened to the children after the orphanage closed.
I pray that at least some of them survived. All their names are here. The ones we lost. My friends. My light in those dark times. I can still remember their faces, like it was yesterday. Children who were taken from their bunks in the morning, never to return. No explanation ever offered.
They'd be happy to know that you survived, Herman.
But why did I make it out alive, when so many others died in that awful place?
It's not your fault. And blaming yourself won't bring them back. Honor their memory. See that their names live on. That way, at least. They're never truly gone.
Thank you. Sid, I'm going to write a book. An account of the horrors of Badbach, and the spirit of those its custodians sought to crush. All of Valisthea will know of our suffering. And in the name of those I lost, I will not let it happen again.
Neither will I.
These records would have been buried for all eternity, were it not for you. Thank you.
This story kind of reminded me of like a similarity of Promised Neverland, but like the kids were treated extremely well there, but because they were raised to be like,
do you suppose it's magic keeping them afloat?
Like S-grade type meals inside that series. So the quality had to be good for how much they were raised, but in this one it's like, yeah, no, they just didn't care. Huh. All right. A chunk of side quests have been getting done. Gonna go get the one at the table real quick. How many do I have now? I'm missing 1, 2, 5, 9, 10, 11. I'm missing 11. Oh, I have 2. Yeah, I already accepted another quest too. That's right. In case you haven't noticed, your poor hound spends all this time of late on the rear deck whimpering like Gav in his cups. Something ain't right, and my gut tells me it's not to do with his supply of antelope bones. Alright.
What is it this time, Torgal?
The pen is mightier. Reluctant as I am to add... Okay, so Vivian does have a quest. As I am to add to your burdens, I would ask your aid in a personal matter, albeit one that may be beneficial to your cause. There exists ancient tomes deemed to injurious to modern thought that mere possession is deemed a crime. Now, as chance encounter that one with such tome from a distance that sparked within me the scholastic curiosity which burns to this very day. I wish to enlist your aid in reclaiming that text. Should you require further incentive, know that I am willing to offer compensation for services rendered.
Something tells me this is no mere adventure story.
Alright, Clive. Visit Torgal on the rear decks?
Say
Really?
what you will. Lady Karen Seavers.
Karen. Even Torgal got his side quest.
Pining for something, boy.
Adorable.
What is it? What do you see out there? I never did ask where you got that anklet of yours.
From Sid, that's why. On the day he brought him home.
That long ago?
And you're only thinking to ask this now? Sid saw that the pup had a habit of gnawing on his leg, since you ask. Clap that there iron on him to keep him from doing it.
What was wrong, boy?
I'll take like as not. Must have been hard on the poor whelp losing his loving masters at such a young age. Doubly hard in being a frost wolf, torn away from his icons and all. Sid would always tell him, you want my iron gone, you find what it is you're looking for. I reckon what he was looking for was you.
I'm sorry, Torgal. Sorry for making you wait so long. Let's get that thing off you.
Doesn't sound like he wants it off.
Indeed. You miss Sid as much as the rest of us, don't you? You want me to go with you somewhere?
Quick, aren't you? Glad you've been paying attention.
Not nearly as much as you have, Lady Karen.
Aye, good thing and all. It's not like Gav would have kept him in nuts and rubbed his belly these past 10 summers.
Your kindness is appreciated. You've been a good friend to him.
Only because he doesn't talk back like the rest of you. Go on now.
I love Karen. She's such a good character, dude.
Where to then, Torgal?
Are we gonna go to Sid's grave?
All right, Torgal. Where are you taking me? I'm going to need a little bit more than that, boy. Do you have a better hint for me? Unless... you've already given me one. Back on the rear deck, You were looking west.
Oh, are we gonna go home?
Why don't we try the rookery? I haven't been to the island in almost 20 years. To Port Isolde, then. Fingers crossed the old mooring is still there.
Alright. Torgal's quest took so much priority just now because I have not seen Torgal want anything lately. Going on a rowboat with my favorite pup.
It's still here. After all these years. A lot smaller than I remember. And you're a lot bigger. You might have to swim, boy. I wasn't being serious. This place hasn't changed at all. The rookery's right through those trees. Come on. Race you there? I bet I could still beat you.
Hmm.
Here we are. This was our hideaway.
Are we actually gonna see young Clive? Yeah, we are. Shit.
Coming here helped me to forget who I was. Or wasn't. Prince, shield. Son his mother could love. Had I been any one of those things? Perhaps. What is it, boy?
Aw, his old weapon.
This is all from the castle. And Phoenix Gate. Did you bring these here? My sparring sword. Well, well.
Aww.
You never stopped looking for me, did you, boy? Thank you, Torgal. For never giving up. For never forgetting. Let's take this with us, shall we? So I don't forget either.
That's cute. there's something else.
That's not the way back to the boat, Torgal. All right. I'm coming. I think I know where we're going.
I don't. Is it a sight? A wonder? Aw, it was his home.
People always talk about the importance of putting the past behind you. But without it, we wouldn't be who we are today. And we certainly couldn't steer our way to a better tomorrow. Come on, Torgal. Let's go home.
That was a cute quest. More than words. Aw. Alrighty. We have another quest over in Northreach from the dude we accidentally talked to earlier.
Nazir might at least have mentioned where in Northreach he'd be testing this recruit.
I'm nervous. Is it alright to be nervous?
I don't care either way, so long as you do as I tell you. Well met, Sid. This is the Initiate. Ember, present yourself.
At your service, Master.
Please, just Sid. There are no masters here. Your life is your own.
Oh, of course. Thank you, Sid. The Sergeant says you'll be evaluating me at my trial.
To become a scout, yes. You are aware of the dangers inherent in that role.
I am, but I swore I'd face them. Just like the man who saved my life.
And who would that be?
Gav?
Gav. It was him who found me and freed me.
Huh.
No magic, no support, just one man and his nose. Came and sniffed me out. It taught me what one man can do if he puts his mind to it. And I've been training ever since, so that one day I can be someone's saviour, just like Gav was mine.
I'm sure he'd be flattered. You clearly have good intentions, Ember. And it sounds like you're under no illusions. Stick to this path and you'll make a fine Cursebreaker.
So, what? Have I passed?
You haven't even started yet. Now listen. Not far from here is an Imperial lookout, Eastwatch. The guards there record all their sightings in a logbook.
Unlike Westwatch,
You are to find
or
it,
Raven's Watch, or
and bring it
Overwatch.
here.
And bring it here, right. Anything else?
No. Sneaking into a heavily guarded Imperial outpost and stealing the logbook would be quite sufficient. You'll need to assess the situation, determine a point of entry, create a distraction and effect an escape, all without being discovered and thrown into an Imperial oubliette.
Ember. Gav isn't our best scout because he can do everything. It's essential that you know your limits.
Know my limits, right. I won't let you down.
Master.
It shouldn't be as dangerous as I made out. But keep a weather eye on him all the same, would you?
On my way. All right, Ember. Impress me.
The dude just seemed incompetent, though.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Here we go, right now.
Perhaps your member really is ready. Or maybe not. Damn it.
Ember, draw your sword!
Oh God!
Uh-oh.
Then run!
If you want him, you'll have to go through me.
Over here!
Too slow.
Farewell.
Ember, are you... Gone. Of course. Scouts really are a rare breed. Back to Northreach it is then.
Yeah, they really are. Gav is someone special.
A fortress?
He's not back?
I didn't expect you back so soon. Where is Ember? How did he fare?
I thought I'd find him with you. He must have fled. I followed him to Eastwatch, where I found him being set upon by a wild Avis. He was just standing there. Didn't even draw his sword. I had to step in and take care of things. But by the time I had, he was nowhere to be seen. I assumed he'd set off in your direction, but apparently not.
I'm sorry, Sid. I knew the boy had a nervous streak, but he seemed like...
The right man for the job? I believe this is the logbook you tasked me with retrieving.
Eh? How did you... Don't you tell me you breached the tower while Sid was busy saving your skin.
What? Wasn't that what you asked me to do? To bring the thing back without getting caught?
He has you then, his heir. And he did it all on his own.
But Sid, he
did what he thought was best. And now I have to decide whether I agree.
Of course. We'll await your evaluation back at the hideaway. Don't you leave my sight.
Yes, Sergeant.
This won't be an easy decision.
Interesting. Did what he decided what was best.
And what can I do for you?
Ooh, that's actually a big damage buff. Holy shit.
I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
Yeah, you do.
You've a keen eye. I'll be here if you need me.
And I won't at all. Let's finish off this quest. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
There's something about him.
You should have seen him. The thing didn't... stand a chance.
Welcome back, Sid.
Welcome back, Sid.
Yes. Welcome back. Trip wasn't too much of a pain in the arse, I hope. Truth be told, it was me who suggested roping you in to help with the trial. But from what I hear, things didn't go quite as planned.
No, they most certainly did not.
I actually get the choice. He did the goal he needed, and that's what mattered. At the same time, though, he froze in the moment when a beast was attacking him and just couldn't even run afterwards. He ran only after I came and whatnot. So should that mean that he should... But he was able to move after I arrived. He's rough around the edges, but he has potential, and scouts are a rare breed.
Ember lost his nerve in the face of a beast of prey, but he didn't lose heart. He pressed on, and he achieved his aim. And is that not what we ask of our scouts?
Indeed it is. Thank you for your honest appraisal, Sid. The fact remains, however, that Ember will not always have a battle-hardened warrior on hand to pluck him from the jaws of peril.
Also true.
All I have gleaned from this trial is that without someone watching his back, Ember is little more than a liability.
Very true.
Sergeant. Ember still has much to learn, it's true. And this time he was found wanting. But I'd say he's due a second chance, nonetheless. After all, he did do as you asked.
With a bit of hard work, any hand can be made to hold a blade, and any mind can conquer its fears. But a scout's nose is different. You've either got one, or you ain't. And by sniffing out that log, young Ember here has shown he has a conch and a half. Wouldn't do to waste it now, would it?
Fine. One more chance.
I'll do whatever you ask. I'll spend my days and nights in the pit if I have to. I'll show you. Just you wait.
Daft as a brush, that one. But his heart's in the right place. Just like someone else we know. And if you ask me, we've been leaning on him for far too long. That time the Cursebreakers took some of the weight off his shoulders, I reckon.
You couldn't hurt.
Just don't tell Gav I said so, will you? I won't have him thinking he's been hard done by. Next thing you know, he'll be asking for a day off. Chance would be a fine thing. Back to work.
At least they're thinking of Gav in the long run. In the
Forgive me,
long
Sid.
haul.
This did not play out as I expected.
Things rarely do these days. But that's why we need men like Ember more than ever. Men who can make the best out of a bad situation. Remember that.
I will, Sid. Thank you.
Okay. There was a quest here?
Vivian, I read your note, and I'd be happy to help you find the book you're looking for.
Thank you, Clive. But tracking it down will not be easy. Are you sure?
Please. You have always granted me your wisdom and insight whenever I asked. It's only right that I return the favor. Or at least attempt to.
Yeah.
You are too kind. Alas, what I ask of you is rather more trying than delivering the odd lecture. I spoke with Harpocrates to see if he had any inkling as to where another copy might be found, but perhaps it is best that you hear the details from him.
If you say so.
Forgive me, Clive, for asking this of you. But this book, it set me on the path to becoming who I am today. Its importance cannot be overstated.
So, Harpocrates or someone else? Oh, okay, Gav. Yeah, that makes sense to have a Gav quest.
What can I do for my favorite nephew? That's my boy. Clive, my boy. Huh.
Thank you, Uncle.
As for down here... Do you know why? 'Twas not 20 summers past. Your mother... But above all... And so you see...
Yeah.
We'll be fine,
Clive's
Clive.
mother is... Yeah. Ooh, Harpocrates and Vivian.
Ah, Clive, my boy. What a pleasure it is to see you.
Harpocrates. There's something I need to ask you. I've been charged with locating a book called From a Distance.
Then you seek a rare gem indeed. One whose name I had not thought to hear from your lips. You've been talking to Vivian.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
as always. But she didn't seem keen to tell me very much. I take it she didn't like what you had to say.
And yet I gather it did naught to dissuade her. Clive, if the young professor has tasked you with obtaining a copy, I fear she asks the impossible. The executors would not allow it.
The executors?
Coveters of secrets. A clandestine organization committed to the collection and intenebration of forbidden texts and technologies. One such text being the tome Vivian seeks, chronicling as it does the true history of the enslavement of bearers. A tale which could overturn the established order were it ever to become widely known. Or, so rumor has it. I've never actually read the thing, or even set eyes on it for that matter.
How is it that I haven't heard of this organization?
Why, secrecy is the executor's watchword. They lurk in the shadows, emerging only to seize that which must be seized, be it books, inventions, or people, before disappearing again, leaving nary a trace.
Which would explain why Vivian's copy was snatched from her grasp not long after she found it.
By the hand of the executors, yes.
But what drives them? Self-interest or ideology?
Fine question. Sadly, all that is known of the executors can be recounted in a single breath.
You may just as soon ask me of their origins, numbers, or the identities of their leaders. Any answer I give would be pure speculation.
Then my hunt was doomed from the first. What was Vivian expecting? That I'd pluck it from thin air?
Not from thin air, no. From ash. Rumors of the executors are rife among the scholars of Storm, but rather less so across the strait. I have a friend. Well, I had a friend in the village of Garnick, a collector of rare tomes, upon which subject we would oft correspond. Alas, I have heard naught from him since the skies fell dark. And no doubt he too has turned. But though he did not mention it by name, it is possible that a surviving copy of From a Distance yet rests upon one of his many shelves, quietly awaiting discovery. If you were, by some chance, able to save even a single book from the poor man's library, I know his soul would rest easier.
Very well. When I next find myself in Waloed, I'll be sure to pay Garnick a visit.
Alright. Almost time to go see Garnick. Should I talk to Gav? Maybe I should talk to Gav. And let's go to Waloed.
Faster!
That's a big curl.
The entire village looks abandoned. Now, which house would a bookworm live in?
Royal Intelligence Training Report. In the wake of the tragic fire at Caer Norvent in 873 V and the subsequent depletion of our highly practiced intelligencers, all mainland strongholds were instructed to redouble training in clandestine maneuvers, improvise weaponry and assassination techniques, and dispatch promising volunteers to Stonehere for inspection. This report details progress made by the stronghold at Garnick in reinvigorating Waloed's ranks of esteemed intelligencers.
This is a Royal Army logbook. Did he take this from the local barracks?
Empty shard. A complete botany of banes. A flower and black with the latter of which gives out an inky gall when cut or crushed. The tribesmen of Northern Storm prick their skin with oaken needles soaked in such, drawing curious patterns about their arms and legs in honor of their heathen gods. The gall is passing toxicate that a single drop taken by mouth may result in cramps most painful for 5 days and 5 nights, or if applied to a wound, certain death. Should a slip of the needle end a young warrior's life, it is said that his skin print failed to find favor amongst the heavens. What?
His interests were certainly varied.
Oh, that's a lot. The Moogle. No spirit or sprite appears more often in Valesian folk tales than the humble Moogle. Though they are occasionally painted as mischievous souls akin to pixies or imps, most stories depict them as clumsy yet congenial spirits who, with their daily labors, they are said to have sweet tooths, leading to the common superstition that one must not leave cakes or other sweetmeats uncovered overnight, lest not remain but crumbs come morning. In appearance, they are described as being covered head to toe in soft white fur, excepting the small dark wings by which somehow able to take flight, and the brightly colored pom-poms that protrude from the tops of their heads. And yet, there's one detail regarding the Moogle that most find more remarkable than even the orb that tops its brow. The fact that the creatures actually exist, preposterous, I hear you cry. Everybody knows that Moogles are the stuff of legend. I quite agree, but every legend has its basis in truth. And in the case of the Moogle, the fact may not be so dissimilar to the fiction. Ancient bestiaries list the white mole whose feet do not touch the ground among the beasts of the realm, and the illustration beside the name, why, it is none other than the Moogle. Of course, it is true that the creatures are not known to still survive in the twins in the modern day. Perhaps their miniature wings carried them to other climes. Perhaps they were hunted to extinction, or perhaps, just perhaps, they do still live among us, hidden away far from human view. Oh. Okay.
This is it. But if what it says is true, I need to get this back to the hideaway.
Ah, not allowed.
Leaving so soon, stranger? We've been watching you. From a distance, so to speak.
Subtle. I know who you are.
Then we need not waste time on introductions. Hand me the book.
No.
Leave it in our care and return to your life.
No.
Your care? Do you mean to burn it or bury it?
They mean to utilize it.
That is not my decision to make. But by one means or another, its contents shall be removed from the common record.
Then I'll have to politely refuse. I won't let you erase our history.
Then we find ourselves at an impasse. Very well. The book can just as easily be pried from your dead hand.
Oh, if you were a challenge or anything.
Let's see, shall we? Nice try. Nice try.
Really hope in Final Fantasy mode they actually make like these type of enemies interesting, like these type
Impressive.
of encounters.
But we have other means. We shall claim the book yet.
Why do you want it so badly anyway?
It lays out in no uncertain terms the vanity and avarice of mankind. It tells the shameful history of the persecution and oppression of a gifted few by a giftless many. Would you say that this interpretation was correct?
I don't know.
You don't know. Your sword may be sharp, but your wits are dull. So let me answer for you. There is no correct interpretation of history. That a series of events took place may be proved beyond a doubt. But there can be no single, immutable explanation as to why they came to pass. It is a question of numbers and of belief. If enough people believe that a set of events occurred for a reason, that belief becomes the truth.
So you're trying to control the truth?
Hell yeah. Control the narrative.
People from themselves, from knowledge that would bring them naught but pain. That is all. You may keep the book. For now. The world is small. We shall meet again. Until then.
Wait.
Five, you have the power of how many icons and you lost a dude like
Let's
instantly like that?
Vivian. Perhaps she can explain what that was all about.
There's something about it.
Vivian. I found it. The book you lost.
What this no mention is made as
You found it. Thank you, Clive. Even though I asked this of you, I was not entirely sure it would be possible. I feared the executors had seized every copy.
I met with one of these executors, and I convinced him to let me keep it. He told me something. That the truth is just a matter of collective belief. And that if enough people believe a lie, that lie becomes the truth.
It does. But it also means that the truth is not immutable. That it can be changed. Provided that those who wish to change it can convince enough people that their perspective is the correct one. As the sad history of the bearers proves.
You said that the book inspired you to become a scholar.
It did. Or its author, rather. She was a heretic, you see. A firebrand and a dissenter. A gallows stood ready for her in every corner of the realm. And by shunning society, or perhaps being shunned by it, she stumbled upon a truth so potent that an entire realm trembled at the prospect of its utterance. I, too, have always felt somehow set apart from the world of men. A stranger to my own species. She taught me that my solitude was not a curse, but a gift. And that, though my journey to the truth might be a lonely one, what I found at my destination would be more than worth the cost.
Do you still feel that way?
Yes.
That you're not one of us?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure anymore. Since coming to the hideaway, I find my thinking somewhat clouded. Perhaps the result of studying mankind from a rather closer perspective than I had intended. But the more I study, the more I find value in this perspective. In looking not from the outside, but from within. So if you'll permit me, I'd like to continue my work here. Remember, Clive, when enough people believe, belief begets truth. Give the men and women of this benighted world the gift of truth. Make them believe in you, as I do.
I'll try, Vivian. I'll try.
An inconvenient truth. Scholar's bonnet. Huh. Make them believe in you as I do. Oh, another one in Clive's chamber, of course. Harpocrates, maybe? Yeah, Master Clive, I am aware there are matters of much greater import which demand your attention, but should you find yourself a moment, I bid you visit me in the shelves, that I might ask a single favor concerning His Highness Prince Dion. Yeah, of course.
It's usually me making demands of Hippocrates. I wonder what this is about. Lordsman Hippocrates, I received your note.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what this is all about.
You spoke of making amends with Dion, but I can't imagine what for.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once his tutor.
Oh!
This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Cid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. History, religion, commerce, government. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the dragoons, his studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, I have yet to find the right moment. His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting. Not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know. But as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him.
Yeah.
And I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Alright, so this actually goes into Dion's, like, final quest.
Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found, where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's Roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe. Good morrow to you, my friend. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them.
I have not leveled up Harpocrates in a while.
I believe you will find most interesting.
Oh.
What subject shall we consider today?
Young, when they reunited again. And then this was 5 years on. Okay. A fine hound. Hell yeah, dude. Ambrosia. Hector! The dolphin. No. Sleipnir was like such an odd character who was added in, but kind of like, I don't know, got thrown out almost immediately.
You are always welcome, Clive.
Maybe thrown out's the wrong word, but it's like he just didn't really play any massive part. Like after the boss battle, and then it's just like, yeah. There you go. Okay.
Come on. Yeah.
Every single side quest. Okay. Have to go.
Seems this place has been flooded twice over. Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find. Be safe. Slow.
Alrighty. What were you protecting, my dude?
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Ba 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 ba.
Oarsman, I found the flowers you were looking for.
You did?
I think I did.
Yeah, definitely did.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
Dion!
Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No. Only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates. No. I dare not show my face before him. Not after everything I have done. I have taken countless innocent lives. And ruined countless more. All because I was weak.
Weak.
I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt. But were I to meet with him again, and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself, and to him, how strong it truly is.
You are right. I must, at the very least, offer him my gratitude. Very well, then. Take me to him.
Follow me.
He didn't even know where Harpocrates' chambers were.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in
Oh,
the
is that
harsh
the one we
environment
just
in which
got?
they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define you. I want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Oh.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
There's a combo of Harpocrates and Dion's actual, like, final story. Huh.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him. Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T. When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page. So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Well, when that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about. Thank you, Harpocrates.
He'll call
I
it
shall have pride of place in my
Final
chamber.
Fantasy 16. Oh. He gave me this one? Aww. Damn. Okay. All right. Not yet for that one. Taver. Annoying.
Are you buying or selling?
Oh.
Of course. A fine choice. Come again.
Lord Marquis, if you have a moment.
What is it, Cyril?
One of our brethren lately journeyed across the strait in order to pursue a new avenue of inquiry in our ongoing investigation. He sent an owl some while ago, but we have heard naught from him since.
Was he surveying another fallen ruin?
No. The object of his study was a savior cult that has arisen in Ash in recent years. We believe it may have some connection to the Circle of Malleus, an ancient religion that worshipped Ultima as its god. By gaining an understanding of this new faith, we hoped to learn more of the Circle's original beliefs.
And so you sent one of your brothers to Ash, a continent teeming with orcs and Akashic.
Fully cognizant of the risks, yes. I entrusted the mission to one of the most able of our order, the Third Chair, a master of the arts of combat and survival both. Though he has been silent for some days now, I have thus far refrained from sending any others in search of him, lest they be lost in turn. Yet, it seemed only right to inform you of the situation, given your unique experience of the perils of Ash. For as you so earnestly advised me, it would not do to abandon a man to his fate, when he might yet be saved.
It would not. But Ash is a big place. Can you be any more specific?
Perhaps. The last owl I received from him mentioned a village where he had heard the cult were wont to assemble. Mickleburg was its name. It lies in the southern reaches of Waloed. If aught ill befell him, I expect it did so there.
Right. I'll see what I can do.
You are much too kind, my lord.
All right.
Go then, with my hopes, and may the Firebird's flame ever burn in your heart.
Okay, to elude.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
Yes, Ambrosia will help me. God.
Come on. Fly, Ambrosia. Time to fight. This must be Mickleburg.
Oh.
These people aren't turned. And the village seems safe enough at least. What is going on here?
Ah. Did you too heed the call?
Heed the call?
Of Ultima.
No, I came here looking for someone. To be honest, I wasn't sure I'd find him here. Let alone all of you.
Is that so?
What are you doing here? Is this where you live?
It is my home. The others, they heeded the call.
You keep saying that. What do you mean?
They came here to perform the rite, just as King Barnabas instructed. This village is their altar.
Oh, God.
Where they shall cast their
cult.
souls upon the gentle waters and give themselves to the Lord.
Give themselves?
Oh, Lord, cleanse us of our sins.
Let us be reborn in your loving arms.
Free us from the torment of this mortal realm.
They want to be saved. Forgive me, but did another foreigner like me come here? He was probably wearing a cowl.
You mean the traveler from Storm? Yes. He is staying at my house, toward the rear of the village.
Thank you. If you don't mind, I'll go and greet him. They seek the same salvation Barnabas did. At least the third chair is still alive. Let's go and find him.
Okay. I got scared.
Excuse me. Are you with the Undying?
I am. And so it would appear, are you? Lord Rosfield, if I am not mistaken.
That's right. And you must be the third chair.
I am.
Cyril was worried for your safety. He sent me to find you.
Then I must apologize. I did not mean to trouble the bearer of the burning quill. Much less you, my Lord Marquis.
He said that you had failed to report. Is there a reason for that?
I came here to study the followers of this new faith. But the more I learned of them, the more my own faith began to falter. You have seen them at their prayers, have you not? They devote themselves to the veneration of their Lord with a fervor I have never seen before. Praying night and day that they might be rid of their wicked wills and reborn in their Saviour's light. Not that they might be granted respite from their worldly woes, but so that they might continue to serve him. Serve him with all of their beings. I, too, swore to devote my life to the service of my Lord and Master, but this... 'tis different. It is more. And so I would see it through to the end. See these people safe, that they might achieve their dream. That they might do their duty to their Lord. Even if it should keep me from doing my duty to mine.
You do understand what their dream is, don't you?
I do, my lord. They would cast aside their wills and become Akashic. I know that it may be hard to believe, but to these people, that is the very essence of salvation. Forgive me, my lord, but I must remain here. If you are to return to Master Cyril, I would consider it a great... Did you hear that, my lord? Something is happening.
I'll go and find out what. Stay here. An ether flood. Oh no. There must be something I can do. Echoes as well. Found her. Come on. Over here! Nice try.
Green light.
What now?
The sphere. Or is it the shield one? Or is it both? Huh.
We meet again.
Oh, it is a shield one. Titus.
I've killed your kind before.
Let's do a little bit of these. a cool concept. There we go. Neat. Were you not looking for salvation?
Damn it.
Oh! Oh!
Don't you die. Come on, speak to me.
I had to save them, that they might have a chance to find true salvation. By devoting themselves to the service of their Lord. Just as I did when the Undying plucked me from the gutter and gave me a cause to believe in. A duty to serve was everything to me, and I would not deny them that fulfillment. Even if they must become a Kashik in order to achieve it. Forgive me, my Lord Marquis. I did not mean to trouble you with this. My findings. Could you deliver them to Master Cyril for me?
Of course. Your duty will be done.
Look, my lord. They are saved.
Really? Ay,
They are saved. Founder. I should get this report to Cyril.
My Lord
They are
Marquis,
saved.
welcome back. I am glad to see you hale and whole.
I met with your third chair, Cyril. He bade me deliver his findings to you.
The third chair. That's what his name was. That's all we knew for his name.
Thank you, my lord. He remained in Ash?
He died protecting the villagers from an echo. I buried him in Mickelberg. I'm sorry that I couldn't save him.
If you could not save him, no one could.
The villagers, they were believers in this savior cult. They prayed to their god that they might be unburdened of their wills. Then an ether flood came, and their wish was granted. Your brother sacrificed himself that they might live, even knowing that that life was death by another name.
Then he perished defending liberty. A hero's end.
It's so
For the
conflicting.
right to choose how one dies is no less sacred than the right to choose how one lives.
Sid would agree. He wanted to build a world where people could die on their own terms.
A noble ambition. To die for one's cause is the most perfect expression of one's faith. It matters not how misguided others might judge one's decision to be. Only that the decision is one's own. We live according to the teachings of our order. We believe in them, we protect them, and yes, we die for them. For better or worse, that is our creed.
But he didn't die for your creed. He died to save them. And you still believe that what he did was right.
I believe that he believed it was. We of the Undying are not slaves, but willing servants. And this was his will, the ultimate expression of it.
All right. I'd like to know this man's name, Cyril. To know the names of all the Undying who've fallen in the line of duty. They died serving my house. It's only right that I remember them. That is my duty.
Of course. I shall fetch the Book of Martyrs at once. My lord, it has been, and shall ever be, the greatest honor of my life to serve House Rosfield. Though our duties may differ, yours is no less important. I pray with all my heart for your success. And were they here, I have no doubt but that every one of my fallen brothers and sisters would feel the same.
Okay. So that's the end of Seer's quest line, I should say. And we will get the memento.
The bearer of the burning quill is within.
I shall have the Book of Martyrs fetched from the requiratory forthwith, my lord. But prithee, do not let me keep you should you have more pressing matters to attend to. The volume will be waiting for you when you next return.
Okay. We have about 4 side quests left, I think.
A fortress?
The garrison is threatening to pull their sentries from the mines.
I would speak with this duke.
Saw the captain just now.
Your town needs you.
Do you have a moment, Clive?
What is it?
It's the Duke, unsurprisingly. His Eminence has assumed full control of the garrison and put every able-bodied man to work on the fortifications. The town was left all but unguarded, so Philippe was compelled to form a citizen's watch to fill the void. And though my dear boys have been characteristically willing to assist him in this, they want for bodies. So I was wondering if you would lend them your strength, that the people of Northreach might sleep easier, if only for a few nights.
Of course. Whatever you need.
Thank you, Clive. What would I do without you? Philippe told me he had men stationed at...
Where can I find the mistress of this establishment?
Here, my lady. To whom do I have the pleasure of speaking?
Oh.
My name is Sabine, and it is my displeasure to be the daughter of the Duke of Oriflamme, who I understand is causing you and your town no small amount of trouble. I wish to speak to you about what might be done.
Very well. Let us speak. I trust you'll forgive me, Clive.
Absolutely. Our conversation can wait.
Please, proceed.
As you know, my father is a most overbearing and supercilious man, and I join you in objecting to his every action. Indeed, I owe you my thanks for continuing to argue against his reckless plans. Yet I fear he is not one to be swayed by reason. No. He must be made to face the consequences of his actions.
And who would make him do this?
I would. Myself and several other like-minded individuals. Were you to join us, we would surely have the strength to drive him from Northreach for good.
Does that not seem a trifle... drastic?
Drastic action is precisely what is called for. Unless you are content to see your people downtrodden and dispossessed. My father would have it that citizens exist only to serve the Empire. That they should be forced to make every sacrifice to ensure her revival. But he is wrong. It is not the people who must serve the Empire, but the Empire who must serve her people. He's always been like this. Scornful of the opinions of anyone he judged beneath him. But he cannot be allowed to ride roughshod over the common folk any longer. We must fight him. By all possible means.
Fight him? No. My purpose is to quell the tension in Northreach, not to stoke it. Respectfully, my lady. Our only chance of saving this town depends upon every one of us uniting against our common enemy. Your father and his followers included. While I understand your frustrations, I cling to the hope that he may yet be won round.
False hope, I assure you. But I see that your mind is made up. I shall bother you no longer. If you will extend me the same courtesy, I bid you good day.
She certainly has spirit.
Indeed. But unfortunately for us, that spirit is only likely to harden the Duke's resolve, which may be enough to seal the fate of this town. Not that she cares. This is all about her and her father.
Families.
I'm sorry, where were we? Ah, yes. I was about to tell you of Philippe's plans for the town watch, but perhaps it's better that you heard them from him. I believe he's in the market, if you'd be so kind as to seek him out.
Right away.
It's just a pity I cannot join you. I'd like to see the two of you in action together.
Under new management, Dos. Okay. So where am I going from here? I'm just gonna travel to the obelisk because that's gonna be my quickest method. We're gonna meet up with Philippe.
He'd have our coin.
Excuse me.
So you are content to abandon...
To me?
Please, I beseech you. If you are a true son of Northreach, you must fight to defend your home.
That's exactly what I am doing, milady. Or trying to, at least. The land is crawling with fiends, and someone has to keep watch.
Even when our true enemy is hiding in the garrison? Fine. You're not the only able-bodied man in Northreach. Thank you so much for your help.
She cornered you too, then?
Could hardly get a word in edgeways. Like father, like daughter, eh?
She made an uninvited appearance at the Vale earlier, hoping to convince the Dame to join her in fomenting rebellion.
I bet that went well. Her ladyship seems to have a way with people. Anyway, what brings you here?
Our mutual friend thought you might welcome some help.
Oh, she did she? Right as always. In fact, you're just the man. We've had some reports, you see. Sightings of, you know
Akashic?
what.
They're back.
Seems that way. All over, too. We haven't been able to confirm anything yet, but if you're willing, you could go and see what's what.
Right. Where should I look?
You know Grieger's Weep? One of the sightings places them somewhere on its shores.
I'm on my way.
Thank you, Clive. I'll look into one of the other sightings. Let's rendezvous back here
Did he say
later.
Grieger's Weep?
Come on.
Yeah!
Damn it. The reports were true. I need to stop them before they get to the town.
Thunder and lightning.
Call that a test, Ultima?
Clive, it's me. Are you all right?
I am. But it seems the reports were true. The thralls have returned. I dispatched the few that I found, though.
Well, there's something, I suppose. But what were they doing south of town? They all came from the north last time. We might be able to fend off an attack from one side or the other, but from both?
Do you have eyes in the north?
Some. I should probably go and have a look, though, just to be sure. You head back to Northreach. I want you there just in case war breaks out while I'm away.
What do you mean?
Her ladyship's been busy working her magic on the townspeople, stirring up ill feeling towards her father. She'll have her marching on the barracks if we're not careful.
What? This is exactly what the Dane was afraid of. I'll do what I can to calm things down. Be careful out there, all right?
Don't worry, I'm not like you. One sniff of those things and I'm running back to town screaming blue murder.
Okay.
Do you not see, Father? The people of Northreach have given enough, and only a fool would ask for more.
Listen to me, Sabine. Where would our people be without their country, hmm? The Empire is their sword and their shield. It is she that ensures they can live without fear. But now she teeters on the brink. Without their sword, how will the people fight? Without their shield, how will they protect their kin? Can the unarmed stand against the advancing hordes? No. But there is yet hope. A new shield, a new sword. A new empire. We can rebuild Sandbreck, just as Great Grieger wills it.
And
Perhaps we
Sandbreck
could,
is...
Father. But we don't want to. Not if it is built on the broken backs of the people.
Please, let us not quarrel in the street. You must see that no good will come of this. Our fight is not with each other, but with the threat that draws ever closer to our gates. A threat that your sword has yet to rid us of, Your Eminence.
You will hold your tongue, whore. You may have filled my daughter's head with your heresy, but I will not be corrupted.
Corrupted? Your daughter's opinions are her own, as you would know if you had ever deigned to listen to her.
Damn!
I hope they are your opinions, and not posturing born of a family feud. Northreach deserves better than that.
Northreach deserves better than you, Carla. Yes, I know who you are. The slut of Twinside who bedded a Branded.
Jealous, are you? That a woman might choose a bearer over a pious man of Grieger.
Clive! I met a swarm of thralls coming south from Oriflamme. Hundreds of them. Too many to count.
No. Work on the fortifications has scarcely begun. We will retreat to Caer Norvent and there make our stand. Did you hear me? That was an order!
While this is but a heartfelt plea, let us make our stand here and protect our homes. Protect those that we love. Together, for Northreach!
You heard the dame. What are we waiting for? Pikemen to the gates. Archers to the roofs. Quickly, come on!
Ah.
But she is but a common...
whore, yes. And we'd follow her to the gates of hell.
I like Isabel. I like the stories that they actually do throughout the entire game for these characters. And kind of their finale of it, too.
The men have their orders, and they look like following them. I got them spaced out at regular intervals. Whichever direction the thralls strike from, there'll be someone there to meet them.
Thank you, Philippe. Rest assured the people will play their part. The herbalist has donated her stock of medicines to me. Should any of your men be injured, take them to the Vale. We'll see to them there.
Thank you, milady. I will.
I'll play my part too. You still want for numbers. Unlike the enemy. I only hope I can go some way to evening the odds. Philippe, can I leave the south in your hands? I doubt the thralls by the lake were the last of their number.
Of course. I'll lead a party down that way so we don't get taken by surprise. What about you?
I'll make my way up the road to Oriflamme. I fought a few of these things. And while I can't promise to hold them all back, I should be able to thin the herd.
All right. But take care.
Thank you. Both of you.
You can thank us when it's over.
Till then, madame.
Slay the thrall. Make for Oriflamme. Okay. I like the music.
I want steel in the hands of every man.
Let's go. Fly, Ambrosia.
I was about to try to say, but... Okay.
This is more like it. Come on, then. Test me. Just begun. Nice try. It's over.
It's over. Okay. Meteorite.
That looks to be the last of them. I wonder how the others fared. Better hurry back to town. Come on, Torgal.
Everyone's dead. They didn't make it. They couldn't do it.
Clive, it's good to see you. And you. The road to Oriflamme is clear. How did you and your men fare?
Well, we ended up fighting for our lives down by the lake.
Yep.
Took a few nicks, but nothing the girls of the Vale can't put right.
Glad to hear it.
Well, it seems we've survived. For the time being, at least. I thank you both for answering the call.
You were right. And I was wrong. About everything.
Oh.
I had thought that the only way to unite the people was under the banner of Empire. That without a strong hand to guide them, they would drift apart. To be borne hither and yon by the eddying currents of fate. But you brought them together. Not by force, nor by the exercise of goddess-given authority, but by simply being one of them. By knowing what they feel, because you feel it yourself.
Our purpose was ever the same, Your Eminence. You were merely distracted by a loftier vision of empire and glory, while our eyes beheld matters closer to home.
You have the right of it again. As did you, Sabine. His radiance said it himself. Sanbreque is naught without her citizens. I forgot that. And I am sorry.
I'm sorry too, Father. I should never have taken things so far. I only wanted you to understand how the people felt. How I felt. But my anger got the better of me.
Do not blame yourself, my dear. This was my doing. I should have listened to you. To all of you.
Your Eminence, your ladyship, I do not doubt that you came here with the best of intentions. But I believe the same could be said of us all. We all want safety, security, prosperity. Not just for Northreach, but for the entire realm. And we may yet achieve it. If only we work together. Will you join us in this?
Yes. We shall.
Thank you, Your Eminence. Now that that is settled, I must go and see to the wounded. The Vale's doors are always open to any soldier in need of relief. And today there are more than ever before.
Madame Isabel is a rare soul indeed. In these dark times, I see that it is not men like me who should lead the realm, but women like her.
You're right. If only I'd listened to her when I had the chance.
Forgive me for saying so, milady, but you still do. The dame said it herself. We can turn things around. We just have to work together. And that goes for you, too. You're one of us now.
One of you?
Well said, Captain. Let this be a new beginning. Not only for Sanbreque, but for us.
Well, since there's nothing more to be done here, I should see if Isabel needs any help moving the wounded.
Alrighty.
Can we get you anything?
Watch her story end up sad where she just randomly gets stabbed, like, in the street.
To worry any longer.
I saw several soldiers being
The Power Ranger ending for one of the series still haunts me to this day.
How goes the treatment of the wounded?
Not Power Rangers, but
I'll be
Super
happy to mount one end of a
Sentai,
stretcher
one
if
of
it would
the
help.
super old series.
You've helped quite enough for one day, Clive. Thank you.
Don't mention it.
Oh, but I must. After all you've done for this town, it is the very least you deserve.
The very least.
If Northreach had fallen, what would you have done? A woman of your means could find a home anywhere in the realm, but I sense you would rather have died here.
It's a long story.
For you, madame, I have all the time in the world.
Very well. Long ago, I had a life in the Crystalline Dominion. I was Carla then, courtesan to the nobility. So sought after was I that it was only they who could afford my time. Alas, those halcyon days were not to last. For naive as I was, I fell in love with a bearer. He was my master's guard, the gentlest man I have ever known. After they discovered us together, he was whipped bloody and forbidden from ever looking at me again. And so we fled. Not that we had anywhere to flee to. We wandered, aimless and starving, half dreading, half praying that the next day would be our last. Until we found ourselves here, in Northreach. It was the veil that took us in, that fed us, clothed us, and healed our hurts. Those that could be healed, at least. My love was already too far gone.
He passed away.
He did. Not long after we arrived. But at least we were able to share a few moments of peace before the end. It was the greatest gift I have ever received. But the generosity of this town and her people did not end there. The men and women of the Vale supported me through my grief. Shared in it, though I was still a stranger to them. They treated me like a sister. And so I swore that I would always do the same. That I would return the kindness that Northreach showed me. That I would repay my debt to the Vale.
Thank you, Isabel, for sharing this with me.
You're a lot like him, you know. Perhaps that is why I have such a soft spot for you. Never stop fighting, Clive. And I shan't either. I know that it will not be easy to keep Northreach together. But our efforts will be rewarded. Just look at us now. The people, the soldiers, even the Duke of Oriflamme and his daughter. All united in defense of this town that we have come to call our home. And what of you? Can we count on your support too?
Always.
Veil signed vote. Alrighty. We still have 1, 2, 3 side quests left. Would not be able to get another one done. Let me go to Blackthorn real quick because I want to see if I can make something. If I can't, oh well. If I can, awesome. But we have, my god, I'm forgetting his name over here. Yeah, we have a quest in Dalamil left. We have Joshua's quest, and we have Gav's quest. So
will it be?
We'll end up doing that next time. I'm still missing a Dark Steel. But I got the orichalcum, so I can actually do this now. Where these are the end-all, be-all, strongest, like, accessories of the game.
Not bad, if I do say so myself.
And then this will be the strongest weapon of the game. And we sacrifice Ragnarok for that.
First the skies.
Oh. I actually have to read these properly one day. Oh. But yeah, there are 3 quests left as far as I know, but we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more to obtain. So we'll see if we get any side quests that unlock afterwards. But yeah, no, we're getting near the end game of like Final Fantasy 16. So, yeah, if anything, we might start with Gav, or we might start over at Dalamil first beforehand. We'll see, we'll see. And we'll save Joshua for last for the time. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for today. Let me just save real quick. Alright, so next stream should be the finale for Final Fantasy 16, for a finale for base game. We'll see if we ever end up doing New Game Plus. I'm kind of curious how the difficulty spike is going to be inside New Game Plus still, because like, ever since hitting a certain point, I've been over-leveled as all hell inside this game, so everything's been pretty damn easy as of late, which is a little disappointing, but understandable. We did some hard things. We died a few times, but we haven't died since. It's been a minute. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me for today. Thank you all for joining. I appreciate all of you being here, and I will catch you next time. I should possibly be back tomorrow, if not tomorrow, Friday. But yep, have a good night, dudes. Peace out, and bye.